I don't care. It doesn't bother me what happens. I'm using zero credit. Literally no credit is used whatsoever. Nobody's asking for my bank statements. Nobody's asking for tax returns. Nobody's asking for me to have any personal cash into these deals. So I'm into these deals, no money, yet every 5 years, each one of these houses is making me $120,000 in net worth. Interest rates going up. Doesn't bother me. It doesn't affect me at all because I'm using Subto to buy my properties. Hey guys, I'm going to tell you the fastest way to become a millionaire today. Truly, I know some people will use that as like clickbait, but I'm going to tell you what I think is the fastest way to become a millionaire. We're at a property here in Mesa, Arizona that I bought without cash, without credit, and without credentials. The property is just recently renovated by my team, new appliances. I'm not sure I love the choice of the cabin color, but it's a rental, so I really don't care. Notice we have no carpet anywhere in the property because I intend on holding the property, and that's how we're gonna get into the video today, is my intention on this property is shown right here by no carpet, low maintenance. We just did tile showers. Look at this. I think this was too nice to put into a rental. I don't think so either, because I think the rent rate will go up like $100, maybe $200. Somebody would pay more rent to rent here than they would somewhere else, like one of my competitors, just because we spent a little bit more money on the showers and all that kind of stuff. So this is a great property. You guys might remember this property from my Bigger Pockets book, Wealth Without Cash. We actually put this in the video companion guide. 4-bed, 3-bath. Interesting. 3 baths. Are there 3 baths here? I don't think so. Oh, you know what it is? There's a bathroom in that extra room. That's what it is. So if you guys haven't gotten that book, go get it. The link will be down below. It's a great book. Come here, let's talk about how to become a millionaire. Did you guys know that 70%, this blew me away, I just read this yesterday, 70% of Americans could not come up with $1,000 if they had some sort of emergency, right? So I'm gonna show you guys a passive way, I shouldn't say passive, a way to make and become worth over $1 million within 5 years without quitting your job. I don't want you to quit your job. I think that's a bad thing for most people. What is the average price of a home in the United States?
400.
Dang, bro. Okay. The average price of a house is $410,200 as of today in the United States. Okay. Now let's ask another question. What is the average appreciation or growth of real estate every year over the last 100 years on average? Like take in the Great Depression, take in 2008, the crash, take in even last year with the slowdown of the real estate market, everything considered, highs, lows, mediums, everything. What is the average growth of real estate every single year?
20 to 50.
20 to 50%?
No, 1,000.
Oh, okay.
You're asking percentage.
Yeah, percentage. What's a percentage?
10.
That's really high, but I like it. You're wrong. It's 5%, okay? So if you take the last 100 years as an average, it's 5%. Like the last 4 years, it's been crazy, right? Like Eric, you made a ton of money on your house in Chandler, right? Well, it's gonna pause, it might come down a little bit, but then it'll shoot back up and do the thing, right? But think about this. What will this property be worth in 5 years? This property that we're in right now in Mesa, I bought this property subject to. Okay, what does that mean? What is subject to? It means I bought this property and took over somebody else's payments, somewhere around 3% interest. Forget about the cash flow. Forget about the money I'm gonna make on my tenants. Forget about all that. Let's just talk about how to become a millionaire, basically guaranteed. 410, I make 5% on it this year, 5% the next year, 5%, 5%. How much is this house worth in 5 years, Eric?
I'm bad at math.
He's bad at math, okay. The number is roughly $530,000, okay? That's considering the average appreciation. I think it's gonna go up a lot more than that, but that's the average over the last 100 years. So think about that. In 5 years, don't worry about the cash flow, don't worry about the tax benefits, don't worry about the fact that my tenants are paying down the mortgage here. Who cares about any of that? Let's just talk about the appreciation. That's $120,000 in net worth growth by me not having to do anything, but just sit on the property. Okay, great. Now, if I want to make $1 million, how many of these houses do I have to have in order to be worth $1 million? And how much time will it take me? couple of my students last week just sent me a text message. One of them sent me Mitch Pomeroy out of Northern California, says he bought 4 Subto deals in one day in Northern California. So this is incredibly plausible, incredibly possible. I want to be worth $1 million. Divide that by $120,000. That's the average growth. You need 8.3 rentals. That's it. If you had 8.3 rentals and you waited 5 years, you would be worth $1 million. Okay, this is why like 90-something% of millionaires are real estate owners, because real estate's going to go up. So while you're at your job and you're not liking what you're doing, that's all fine and dandy. There's certain things I do on a daily basis that I don't love either, but are you buying real estate and just holding it, right? For you wholesalers out there that are out there just turning money all the time, I can tell you the biggest group regret that I have had in my real estate career is when I've fixed and flipped and when I've wholesaled, because this is the tried true method to become a millionaire, is to buy 8.3 rentals at the average purchase price and have it appreciate the average appreciation to become a millionaire. Now, this is crazy. Our total portfolio in our company right now is worth somewhere around $400 million. That's bonkers. So think about this. We've acquired nearly $400 million in real estate. That's between RV parks, that's between single family homes, Airbnbs, small multifamily, large multifamily, and some mobile home parks. $400 million in real estate. If my real estate goes up 5% in 1 year, how much money did my net worth go up? $20 million.
Wow.
That's crazy. By doing nothing, by just sitting on the properties. And so a lot of people get really obsessed with cash flow, and they get obsessed with like, I want to quit my job. I want to go and just get 5 rentals and quit my job. Guys, don't do that. Go get 10 rentals, 15, 20 rentals and quit your job. Now, going back to the statement I said earlier, about 70% of people in America couldn't even come up with $1,000. This is why creative finance is so powerful, is because every property that I put in my portfolio, minus probably 1%, maybe 1% of the deals I do are BRRRR strategy deals, okay? 1% of the deals I do are BRRRR. And by the way, guys, BRRRR is not spelled with 4 R's, it's spelled with 3 R's. Why is that? Because a lot of people say buy, renovate, rent, refinance, and then repeat as the 4th R. I disagree. I don't think many people are really repeating. Their money gets sunk into the deal on BRRRR strategy deals and they run out of money. Whereas in Subto, I'm just taking over somebody else's debt, 3%, all right? The Fed chairman actually talked about how they're pausing rate hikes, but we're going to see more rate hikes in November, December, and we're going to have more rate hikes go up over the next couple of months.
We've covered a lot of ground, and the full effects of our tightening have yet to be felt. Today, we decided to leave our policy interest rate unchanged and to continue to reduce our securities holdings. Looking ahead, we are in a position to proceed carefully in determining the extent of additional policy firming that may be appropriate.
I don't care. It doesn't bother me what happens. I want you guys to see them talking about interest rates going up. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't affect me at all because I'm using Subto to buy my properties. I'm using 0 credit. Literally no credit is used whatsoever. Nobody's asking for my bank statements. Nobody's asking for tax returns. Nobody's asking for me to have any personal cash into these deals. All the money that paid for the renovation came from one of my friends who became a private money lender of mine. Okay? So I'm into these deals, no money, yet every 5 years, each one of these houses is making me $120,000 in net worth, to the point where it starts compounding and getting scary, to the point where I sit on a property every year and my net worth goes up $20 million. Wow. So while everybody else is trying to save money and put money in a 401k and trade stocks and day trade and all that kind of stuff, guys, this is guaranteed 5%. Okay, it's guaranteed 5%. You don't have to worry about it. 100 years, real estate has always gone up an average of 5%. So here's my advice to you. Go back into the channel, watch more videos on how to find these Subto deals. Watch more videos on where these deals come from, how we structure these deals. But I can tell you this is the guaranteed way to become a millionaire in the next 5 years. Get 8.3 rentals, buy them Subto so you don't have to have any cash of your own, any credit at all, and no credentials, no job history, no tax returns, nothing. Okay, and you can wait 5 years and you're a millionaire. Wait another 5 years, you're worth another million. but you should be buying properties and waiting, buying properties and waiting. And within 10, 15 years, you'll probably be worth, I don't know, between $4 and $7 million, depending on where you buy and what you buy, etc. There's no better way to become wealthy than holding real estate.